I've always wanted to help people through my career, which is why when I was younger I wanted to be a missionary doctor and go work abroad and help people in that way. I found that through the law, that is another opportunity for me to help people, either by way of representing them or ensuring that they have a fair trial or receive a fair sentence. Being 34 and a Crown Court judge isn't particularly common at all. I'm the youngest ethnic minority to ever get the position. It shows that actually age isn't a barrier. It doesn't really matter what sort of background you come from. We're now an increasingly diverse profession. Law wasn't a career that I thought I was ever going to go down, because I never saw anybody that was from an Asian background that was doing law, and likewise when I sort of looked at people that were in law, they were all relatively well-to-do and white. That's why I sort of pursued the sciences and then went down the medical route in terms of my first degree. During the course of my undergraduate degree, I did do effectively a philosophy module, which was called History of Anatomy. And in those sessions, we got to argue and debate historical practices. And that was my sort of first real insight into arguing. And I did enjoy that module. And so I did a master's in medical law to see if I liked the legal side of things. And things fell into place quite quickly. When I was completing the GDL at BPP, there was a work experience scheme that they provided. I was matched up with a barrister on the North Eastern Circuit, so I got to shadow for a week. He's a Black Caribbean individual. Seeing somebody else that was in the legal profession, particularly the bar, that wasn't just a white man, it gave me a lot of hope that perhaps I could go further. It's important for the bar and the judiciary to represent a good cross-section of society because society wants to see that they are in fact represented and understood. Someone that comes from an ethnic minority or a different gender identity might feel more comfortable and might feel more understood, and that their points are being presented properly if their barrister also comes from similar backgrounds as well. Every time I was belittled because of either my age or my race or the fact that I was a woman, for me that was more of an incentive to try and prove everybody wrong. But in terms of my judicial role, I've already proved myself, I've got the role. I don't really care, if a client or a barrister doesn't particularly warm up to me because I'm Asian or a female or because of my age. I've already jumped through all the hurdles. I've got the job and I can do it perfectly well. Attaining this role, it's just a huge achievement. There are probably hundreds of law students that come from similar backgrounds to me, and hopefully they'll be inspired by the fact that I've made it and will feel that they can do the same. First of all, women, and secondly, ethnic minorities do struggle in the profession anyway, and so for somebody in my sort of position to attain this role at such a young age, I think it's a remarkable achievement. I've always wanted a vocation, and for me now, being a judge, that is the ultimate vocation.